Hello humans, it's me again, and today I have part 2 of Zelda and the Beast, and this lighting is very terrible apparently. Anyhow, it's been a long time since I released part 1, and not much really even happened in part 1 because it's just the beginning. The real action begins here, and so like the first part, this is a read-along, so I'm about to switch the camera around. I hope you enjoy the cringe. Part 2. Now, Princess Zelda's father, King Harkinian, was starting to grow old. His hair is now snowy white, and his wrinkles are deep. Wrinkles from both sadness and joy he experienced in his life. "Dearest Zelda," King Harkinian spoke. Zelda, who was still angry about Grace's intrusion, smiled gently at her father. "Father, I'm glad to see you up and about," Zelda said. Harkinian smiled. "I've been thinking about you. My servants have urged me to come see you," Harkinian says. "Have you seen any sign of my prince?" Zelda asked. "Unfortunately, no reports of your dream man have come in. However, I do need some fresh air. I have decided that I will ride out into the countryside in search of your favorite flowers," Harkinian said. "Oh, Father, that would be wonderful, but can't you send your servants out instead?" Zelda inquired. "I could, but I fear they won't know as well as I do which flowers are perfect ones for you," Harkinian says. "Do return soon. I might start to worry. And if you see my prince, could you advise him to see me?" Zelda asked. "Of course, Zelda. I should be back by late night. If you wake up at sunrise and see no sign of me, then you may worry. But do not put yourself into danger. The kingdom would be lost if we both were to perish," Harkinian said. "Agreed, Father. Take Epona. She's the fastest horse," Zelda advised. "Then I shall. I hope to return soon," Harkinian said. Zelda watched as her father and his servants went out towards the castle stable. "I'd do anything to find you if you were to become lost," Zelda whispered. Harkinian mounted Epona and urged her on, escorted for a while by his servants. However, an accident occurred. The way to the countryside was just a little past the forest, or that's how Harkinian remembered it. "Your Majesty, I detect the presence of hostile life forms," one of the servants called out. "Really? These woods were safe last time I rode through them," Harkinian announces with a chuckle. With a howl, a pack of wolfos arise from the darkness and start attacking the horses. "We're under attack," one servant announced. "Go, horses! Go, Epona! Gallop as fast as you can! We can outrun the wolfos," Harkinian urged. The horses ran as fast as they could, their riders barely hanging on. Still, the vicious wolfos continued attacking. "Come on, Epona," Harkinian urged. Epona neighed loudly, concerned for her fellow horses. "Man down!" one servant cried out. "Ah!" The screams of man and horse filled the air, as well as the howling of the wolfos pack. Soon, both servants and their horses are no more. The now satisfied wolfos left the king and Epona alone. But they realized that they were in a part of the woods they had never seen before. "Epona, I think we're lost in the woods," Harkinian whispered and gulped nervously. Epona nervously kept on moving, stepping over thorns. The woods can't be endless," Harkinian said, mostly trying to reassure himself. It suddenly began raining very hard, turning the ground to mud. Epona complained and swished her tail. "This is miserable," Harkinian complained. Lightning struck and knocked a large tree over across one of two paths that were up ahead. I guess we'll go the other way," Harkinian announced. Epona turned and went down the unblocked path. A little further up the path, the rain turned to blinding snow. "I'm not dressed for this," Harkinian complained. A large figure loomed in the darkness. "Hello? I'm a bit lost," Harkinian called out. Without a word, the huge figure approached, revealing itself to be a big, hairy creature, similar to the wolfos, but with shorter claws. "These are my woods," the beast growled after approaching. "Ah!" Harkinian yelped. Epona was so frightened that she couldn't move. The beast stood up on his hind feet and snatched the king up in his furry paws. "You shall be punished," the beast roared. Epona turned and ran away, back through the woods. Harkinian yelled and screamed for help as he got carried off by the beast. The beast carries him all the way to a dark mansion and locks him up in the basement dungeon. "You will stay there forever," the beast roared. But I promised my daughter I'd be home by tomorrow," Harkinian wailed. The beast fell silent for a moment, considering this. "You have a daughter?" the beast asked, dropping back down onto all fours. "Yes, I do, and I need to get back to her. She'll be awfully worried," Harkinian said. "Interesting. I'd like to meet this daughter of yours," the beast announced. "Well, you never will. You just lock her up as you've done to me," Harkinian yelled. The beast roared angrily and ran out of the basement, leaving the king all alone in the dark. Alright, so that's the end of part 2. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Bye!